The other day I was sharing with you just what you could grow in these 22-inch containers. And I shared with you that we are growing some cucumbers. And some may have found it a little difficult to believe that we can actually grow cucumber plants in what they may consider such a small container. But really, the only part of the plant that needs to be in the container are the roots. As long as you trellis them up, you can grow them in the container. Just give them something to climb on, and the container will be big enough to house the roots of the plant. All right, so some weeks ago, we told you about our pop-up tent frame that we're using as a trellis. And we're going to show you our cucumber plants, and we're going to show you how they have climbed all the way up the pop-up tent frame and used it as a trellis. And the cucumbers, after all of this heavy downpour of rain, have actually been coming in, and we've been harvesting them. But today we thought we'd share with you just what they look like. So here's the one of the pots, and this particular pot has one cucumber plant in it. Actually has two. Has two. Let's follow it all the way down to make sure. Okay, that's one, and this is the second one, two. So there's two cucumber plants in this one 22-inch pot. So in order to find the cucumbers, you actually have to look for them, because as we told you before, all plants have a defense mechanism. They hide their fruit from predators, those that would eat the fruit. All right, the fruit are the offspring of the plants. The plants put fruit off so that they can reproduce themselves. That's why all healthy fruit, all truly organic fruit, puts off seeds. Okay, the seeds are, of course, to reproduce themselves, just like you reproduce yourself with your seed. All right, so let's just first follow the plant all the way up. So this is the container. Let's follow it all the way up, and you will see that it has climbed all the way up, up to the top of the pop-up tent frame, and then it kept climbing. So I had to train it to wrap itself around the frame. So it starts here and then climbs up here and comes across. All right, I got to get that piece too, train it to come back down. So you can grow cucumbers in multiple cucumber plants, that is, in one container. I don't recommend putting more than one in, because if you put more than one plant in a container, then both plants are going to be competing for the nutrients that are in the container. One plant will put off enough cucumbers, so you don't need to put two in there. The tendency is to put two or more, because when you put one in there little, you have this little tiny plant in this big container. But as you can see, as they mature, they sprawl all over the place. All of this, that's all our cucumber plants. So we have two in this container, and we have 3 or 4 in this container down here. And all of these flowers that you see represent a potential cucumber. All right, so that was our trellis. That's our 22-inch pot. And these are all the flowers that represent cucumbers. But we're going to actually look for the cucumbers. Whenever you have a very heavy downpour, you want to check for your cucumbers, because you want to harvest them if they're harvest ready, so that the plant can put the energy in growing the new fruit. All right, so you're going to have to remove the leaves, move them out the way, and there you go. This one is ready to be harvested, so we're just going to take that one off. All right, can use that. Now you see these little ones, they're not quite ready, but now that I took the larger one off, this plant is going to put energy into bringing this one to maturity. So no cucumbers at the top, just flowers. Oh, well, there's a cucumber, but it's not ready. So let's see if there's any mature cucumbers on this plant, so we can remove it and allow the plant to put the energy into growing these other ones to maturity. Here's one. It's not mature. There's another one right there that's not mature. Okay, you really got to look for this stuff because, like I said, the plant hides the cucumbers. So here's one that's mature. I'm going to go ahead and take that one off. It's hard to do this with one hand, y'all. See, how can I do this? Let me sit the camera down for a second. So excuse me while I pull this off. All right. So now we have two. Let's see if there are any more in here that are ready to be harvested. You want to check the whole plant, top to bottom, because there's one hiding way at the bottom. So we'll pull that out. That's also mature enough to be harvested. All right. So we have a few of them. Not too long ago, these cucumbers, actually these larger ones look like the small ones that I just showed you in the clip. Not ready. These are going to be mature soon if we keep having these downpours of rain. Remember, cucumbers are largely water. All right, and I think that is it. I just wanted to share with you that yes, you can grow cucumbers in a 22-inch container. I recommend, though, instead of growing 3 or 4 plants, try to only grow 1 or 2 plants in one of these containers, because that's all you're going to need. The one plant is going to put off many cucumbers. This has been Daku. Peace.